what are some of the things in biohacking you could do that don't cost you? Because I know today you posted something on free biohacks and everyone thinks it's going to be expensive. You need lots of technology. I don't have money for that, right? But it's not like that at all. There's so many free things you could do.
Yes. I think I remember being on stage in London a year and a half ago, and it wasn't my usual audience, but I was sitting in on it because I'd been asked to do this. So I did live podcast. And I said, when I flew to LA the other week, and they all went, ooh, rich kid. Okay, I guess for the audience, just wasn't the right fit. But, while I wasn't trying to show off, I was saying that I go to LA, which is kind of the hub along with Austin of health in the US. So at the forefront of it. But a lot of people associate biohacking with being for rich kids. And I did a post a few months ago of biohacking on a budget because I've been told that I'm a rich kid so many times. I started my first company with £32, which is about $40. And I got it to 7 figures a year, within 2.5 years, actually. And I've done that multiple times through grit and passion towards something I loved at the time. Health is now my passion, and spreading the things that I learn is more important. But when you come up against a barrier such as you've got to be rich to do it, well, hang on a minute. No, it's where you divert your funds or your energy. And like you said about the car, if that person couldn't drive their car anymore and they couldn't leave their bed anymore and they had 24 hours to live, you bet their bottom dollar they would spend every penny they had to get that back. And then probably moan about it afterwards, but still justify it by saying it was still a good thing. But beforehand, preventing, they won't do it. So when the opportunity came up to talk about biohacking on a budget to show it's accessible to everyone, that was actually my most popular post I've ever done. And I had more followers from that post than I've done with any before. And then I've done a series of similar posts, but today I just thought I'd do absolutely free because people still keep on saying, I can't afford it. I can't afford organic food, or I can't afford this. But I just thought I'd just hit it with free biohacks. And just to show that biohacking is just a mindset with a very cool label. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is fantastic. I have my own chamber. I'm very lucky to have one. And I built my career in an industry so I could have things like that, either as an expense or as a gift from the exhibitors, or to trial out before I invite them to the summit. And I understand that not everyone has access to a hyperbaric oxygen chamber, but everyone has access to breath work and time. And if people say, I don't have time, however many kids you've got, whatever else you've got going on, it only takes you to get sick to have no time. And if you don't dedicate the time to breath work, which is one of the most basic things you can ever do for your health, then you're going nowhere. And it's the same with natural light. It's the same with grounding. It's the same with clearing your life of stressful or negative relationships or abusive relationships, and filling it with love and amazing people, because life becomes so much easier. So these things are all free. Cold showers are free. You can have your power cut and still have free cold water. It's actually illegal to turn water supply off in the UK. So even if you're bankrupt, you can have a cold shower, which is great for health. It's a free biohack, or you can go and get yourself an amazing cold plunge from Mazzocco Forge for several $1,000 and stick it in your garden. But you have both options. So it's not just for rich people. It's just, do you fly first class or do you fly economy? Do you buy a Bic or do you buy a Mont Blanc? They do the same thing ultimately.
Right. And you could start right now at any point with that. So many people say, I'm putting it off. It's almost, they use that excuse when I have enough, or when I save, or when I find time. When the truth is, start right now, one breath even.